What is up, guys, and welcome to the Fitness Truck Show. Today, we're going to be talking about something very exciting. We're going to be talking about investing in your future self. Guys, you always want to remember in life, we have different obstacles, we have different choices we make, and we always have to remember the new year is in. There's a new time, there's a new future, there's a new step. And guys, we have to make new goals, new expectations, new dreams. We have to make new choices in life. We often realize, guys, in life that we don't understand half of the time. We have to always remember, with all this juggling, all the activities each and every day, with all the things that we are doing to benefit ourselves, to make a better life for not only for us, but for our families. I should get all the lights out of here, you know. But well, maybe I put a little light on the show. Who knows? You see me, Bella? Just make sure. I like to make sure. But anyway, we always got to remember, guys, the more that we juggle everything every day of our lives to make difference for ourselves each and every day, we have to always remember one thing. We have to remember one thing that we have to do. We have to always remember to make arrangement for our future self. We have to have investments. We have to have goals on how we're going to save money for our future selves. We have to find a way that we can establish a better foundation, not for only us, but for our family that surround us. You guys, you got to remember, it doesn't matter how complicated the world get. There's always solution to making money. There are always solution for hustles. There are always solution to save money for your future self. And one of the things you can do this with is investing in yourself. You think that what I'm saying is crazy, but no, it's actually a good concept. It's a concept that's not only going to benefit you, but it's going to benefit the ones you love. And you got to keep in mind, the more you benefit the ones you love, you're pretty much is investing in yourself because you're investing in the family that surrounds you. And what I mean by that is basically one of the most important things to invest in right now is to let your money work for you. Sure, you can put it in a bank, hope for interest, hope it builds up something great, hope it goes somewhere wonderful in this world, hope you get all this money coming back from the bank. Banks don't care. You're not going to make anything out of it. You just got money there. Money is just sitting in the bank. Money is just there riding the waves until you get ready to spend it. And you will spend it. I'm just being honest with you. You will spend it. And you're going to find yourself with zero in the bank and still no interest. Oh, well, my bad. You'll get a penny, 2 cents, 3 cents, 4 cents, nothing. That's all banks seem to. Banks are a foundation that built to that point where they only give you a certain amount of interest rate. You have to put so much money in there to build up the interest to get it such a substantial amount of money where it does that. That's for rich folks. You're not rich. You're not making that kind of income to think you're going to get big interest off your dollar in the bank. You're really not. The best benefit you ever could do is find other solutions, find other goals to put your money in it to let it build itself up and make more money. Right now, you got rich folks. Rich folks do this every day. They invest in stock market. They invest in other ventures. They invest in other companies. They got the money to do that, but you don't. So what do? You spend it on rims. You spend it on big trucks. You spend it on motors. You spend it on all those accessory of things. And when it all said and done, all that spending you did is didn't do nothing but make no money. When you're gone in this world, all that motorcycle, that big rim car, It's just going to be sitting there for somebody to waste. And they eventually want to sell it. So one smart individual in the family going to want to sell it and need the money. I wish he never got this in the first place. I wish he never went out and spent all this money on this super radio, on these big tires, on this big motorcycle. I could have put this money in something more important. Trust me. You can believe me or not, it's what is going to happen. But imagine you taking that money, you putting it in something that's going to build you more money and a family security for the future to come. That's what I mean by investing in your future self. So let's imagine there's so many ways in the stock market you can invest money. There's so many ways, so many brokers accounts you can invest your money and not paying any broker fees now. Oh, God's sake, man, they took away all the broker's fees. You don't pay any broker fees now. You don't have to, you don't have to pay anything but put your money in there and it brings more money back to you. Of course, there's always risks. There's risk to everything in life. Shoot, you risk yourself riding a motorcycle. You risk yourself driving your car every day. You risk yourself riding on a horse. You make risks every day. So why not take money and make a risk that's going to be worth something and you live for it? Why risk yourself on dangerous activities when you can risk on something that's going to bring back a return and you can live to spend it and enjoy it with God's blessing? Take your money. We could take it and invest it in several brokers' account or better, and then we can take that money and make that money work for you in futures, ETFs, options. I can keep going on. Bitcoin, cryptocurrency. Oh God, there's so many ways to make income, make money, make revenue. It works. Long-term investment, short-term investment, day trading. It's so many ways to make money. Individual stocks, dividends. God, fractional shares. God, there's so many ways in the stock market to make money. You just got to be willing to go for it. And I will really hope in life that some people can have the common sense enough to understand how investing your money and growth could make a benefit for not only for you, but for your family. So they won't be left behind when your life expectancy have been at a term of convention. You can work every day of your life in an organization or a company and work under an individual for the rest of your life, waiting on check to check to check each day and just waiting to pay the bills, to pay that car note, to pay that rent or that mortgage, to pay that guy that you owe that motorcycle payment to, or to pay that person you owe money to. Or you could take a little dollars each week and put it into an investment account and invest it in stocks that's of commodity resources that you use each and every day. I'm not talking about just any order resources. I'm talking about resources that you actually use. We drink Deer Park water each day. We eat food each day. We use restroom or toilet each day. That's got a name of a company. We use faucets each day. We use laptops each day. I can keep going on. There's so many resources to, you're talking about Microsoft, Google, Apple, and you think in yourself, you're saying, I can't own those stocks. They're too expensive. See how you cry about the little things, but that's not true. There's an option called fractional shares. You can buy piece and piece and piece and piece of fractional shares of a major organization company like Apple, Google, Microsoft, IBM. I can keep going on. You can buy fractional shares eventually to the point where you own one share. One share is a lot because I think Apple shares are going up from dramatically. Google shares one time initially was a $1,500 share. You basic Apple shares were going up to about $9,000 to $1,000 shares, maybe $1,200. You buy little fractional shares and it brings back little fractionals of dollars, little small amounts of dollars. And imagine you keep investing your money each week's $10, $10, $10, $10, $10. I'm going to tell you a story. I had a guy actually ask me about the fact of, man, how can I make money? I bring money home doing things you wouldn't imagine. There's so many ways to get that money and put that money into the stock market. Robinhood, Webull, Fidelity, E-Trade, Thinkorswim, Stash, Stockpile, God, I can keep going on. Crypto.com, Gemini, Bitcoin, Coinbase, Coin Wallet. Man, there's so many ways to invest your money today that is no reason possible you can invest in the stock market and not paying the brokerage fees. I can show you those ways. All you got to do is always ask me. There's always people out there. There's groups that you can join. There's information you can gather on their sites. One of the major ones right now that got it all started was Robinhood. Open your Robinhood account, open your Stash account, and start that. And they come up with a bank account and a card. That card basically can be used to debit, use it only where you want to. You could take these accounts that comes with a router number and an account number. Let's say if you did some side jobs and they do direct deposit. Me, for instance, myself, I have no pride. My pride is out the door. I'll do anything to make $1, as long as the right thing, as long as it's something that's legitimate, as long as it's something that is considered a great, spectacular, awesome, great hustle. And how I do that is basically I do DoorDash, Uber, Intercart, point pickup. Jeez, I'm going to keep going on. Postmates, good God, Roll Runner. I do runners. I'm sorry, called runners. I do so many apps. And how I do that, you can bring home about $10,000 a month with a friend doing just these delivering food apps. People never realize how much money that people like me and my wife and a lot of other my friends are making off delivering food every day. Me, I drive a big rig. So I own my truck. I get my truck moving. I got to keep making money from there. So basically, when I'm not driving for this other company that I'm driving for, which most of the time I'm driving for them, when I'm not driving with them, I make money on my own rig doing what I got to do. That's how you invest. You take that money and you dump it. Half of whatever you make goes into the stock market. That's what I do. I'm investing for my future self, and you can do the same. Basically, let's say if you wanted to do just, you had a friend that goes to school during the day, he get out of school at about 12 p.m. He pick up a shift of DoorDash or pick up a shift of Uber Eats or pick up a shift of Postmates. My suggestion to be Postmates, not Postmates at all. My suggestion to be Grubhub or DoorDash or Uber Eats. Let's say if you go out there with a friend, y'all make, I'm going to let you calculate this. I'm just taking off the bottom of my head. Let's say if you bring home, both of you together, do $160 a day. 30 days a month. 30 days a month. Now you tell me what you two together bring home about, let's say 343. That's 300. Let's say you make $344 a day between two of you. Split that in half. 30 days a month. Now you tell me how much money those you guys just made in 1 month. Yeah, $10,000 some dollars. I know. And you take that $10,000 some dollars. And see how small little jobs can bring home so much money, guys. See how small little income can build up a bigger future for you. I have done it. I have brought home, me and my wife together, me myself, I have brought home doing delivery apps. I don't do it every day, but I bring home every month about $4,800 doing delivering food. Now, I don't keep that money. Me and my wife either. We do those hustles to take that money and put it into the stock market. I got it draft. It goes direct deposit. Every dime I make off Uber Eats, DoorDash, Grubhub, it goes into Robinhood, into my Robinhood or my Stash account. That money, I take it and I invest it in fractional shares or options or individual stocks according to how much the price range is on those stocks. And I take that money and I put it in the stock market. Me, honestly, I would never tell you what I got so far in the stock market, but when it averaged out to be, by the time the end of the year, I can possibly own about 7 or 8 shares of Apple, or own about 3 or 4 or 5 shares of Google. That's how you can do small hustles. You have to start from the bottom. You're not a rich individual. You have to start from the bottom, and you have to make that money from the bottom, where rich people don't have the access. Rich people don't have the resources or the connection to make money from the bottom. We know how to hustle from the bottom. You think like a poor man status. You think like a low income family. Always think that way. As long as you think that way, you will always be very successful to get up to the higher standard and think big. You're thinking big when you're thinking small. People say, oh, you want to think big? Always think big. Yeah. While you're thinking big and the money that you don't have to put in, I'm going to be thinking small and thinking of how big I can get. Because that's the most income you can make. You have to do the reverse of vice to everything you do to establish a better future self for yourself. And investing in the stock market is the best way to go. You invest it, you become your ownership, you become the owner of your own business. And you know what the ownership of your own business is? The stock market. You are a day trader. You are a stock market trader. You're your own business. You're your own investment agent. So you monitor your stocks that you choose, you monitor your investments, and you keep your eyes on your investment. I suggest you today, if you could, go out. You can go on my link tree if you want to. You can find my link tree at you can go to my website, Staying Beautiful Always. That's on Instagram, or you can look on my Facebook profile and you can see my little link tree there. It's got everything that I do to make income, make money. And I'm giving that gift to you guys for the new year. It's a new year, guys. It's a new time to establish a better future for yourself. This is the time when you should make that statement to yourself. I'm going to invest in me for a change. That's what you want to do. I'm going to make goals that's going to make benefits. I'm going to make goals that's going to make changes. I'm going to make goals that's going to show a better future for me and my family. I'm going to make, I can keep going on forever. I'm going to make goals that's going to make something better for me. You have to do better for you in order to do better for your family. And it's always, guys, you have to always stay focused. Your emotions can't go whack. You can't always go crazy, because the world is always going to be surrounded by negative vibes, negative changes. That's never going to stop. But if you focus your mind and you focus on the objective in hand and the thing that most make you so strong, it could be your family. I guess it'd be your motorcycle or your girlfriend or whatever it is you must have that makes you stronger. You keep your mind focused on that. You open your heart. You make decisions that's going to be beneficial to you. Never let someone take your mind to a standard where you become the lowest individual you ever could imagine. To establish greatness requires a strong mental state of mind. And that's where it comes from. My parents, my mother have always taught me, in order to be someone in life, son, you have to be someone. And how you be someone is you first must change the person that you are to be the person that you want to be. And how you change to be the person that you want to be, you work hard for it. And no one can ever take it away and say that you haven't earned it. Trust me. In order to earn that success and to be the person that you want to be, you make your own money. You make your own success. You make your own investments. Never let someone take that away from you. The negative friends, the negative girlfriend, the negative missus that surrounds you, that's always have nothing but bad things to say to you, negative whatever. Never let them take that away from you. I got, hey man, nice to see you doing well too, and Happy New Year. Ricardo, Happy New Year. I appreciate you joining me on the Fitness Trucker Show today, man. I really appreciate you joining me. And like I said again, we're talking about investments. So I don't know what your investment is for today. You have any questions, guys? You have any comments you would like to ask me? I won't guide you wrong. I will only put you in the position, the line that you need to go, because God have paths for us all. And sometimes he always says there's always somebody somewhere that will help guide you on the way. You got to put away your pride. You got to stop being selfish. You got to stop believing that you only know what you know for yourself. Other people know more than you. Some people know something that you don't know. Don't be afraid to ask. Don't be afraid to take the information and run with it. Because to them, they're saying, dang, fine, you don't want the information, I'm going with it myself. And he's going to get what he's going to get. And he's going to build a foundation so strong while you're still standing in that one zone. That one zone, and never stepping outside of that step. Never stepping outside of that zone. You stand in that zone. It's just like playing football, basketball. If you ain't hitting the globe, you ain't making any points. And you won't. If you ain't kicking the ball at the goal line, you ain't making any touchdown. And it's all the same scenario. If you're going to look at your football game, think about if you could can I actually kick the football through that goal? Then if you feel that way, then you don't need anybody help. You don't need anybody to push the information you need to establish what you want to establish. So in reality, guys, you can hang back at the sideline, or you can step forward and take the initiative. I just wanted to put that out there for you guys. And like I said again, there's different groups you can join. There's different societies of information you can gather from the websites like Robinhood, Stash, Fidelity, E-Trade, Thinkorswim, even from your bank. You can go to your bank, and even from your bank, you can start a brokerage account from there and invest your money. If it ain't from your bank, ask people who knows. There's groups like on Facebook, for instance. There's group. Hey, appreciate it, preacher. Hey, it's always about giving information. Hey, if you got some information to share, feel free to let me know, and I'll share it with them. I'm out here to tell you about what you need to know. I want everybody to be successful. I want everybody to build a foundation for their family and their future self. I want everybody to be wealthy. I want everybody to have what they need to be, who they need to be successful. I want you to wear suit and ties every day. I want you to be able to go into meetings and look at these investors, knowing that you're making the money and you're investing in their company, because you're a stockholder yourself. You are a shareholder yourself. So when you invest in these companies, or you invest in the stock market, you are a shareholder. They're going to send you portfolios. They're going to tell you about meetings that shareholders should be there, shareholder meetings. Me and my wife been to a few of them. Sitting there, my suit and tie on. I'm a shareholder, man. I got me some shares in this company. This is my company. Shit, the company that I work for now, I bought up about 1,000 shares from the company that I work for. Yeah, if I'm going to work there, I'm going to make money off the shareholders and be the shareholder up there also. So I want the company to be successful because I'm making the money, because I got shares of the company. You didn't think about that, did you guys? You can buy shares in the company that you work for. Don't buy it through them. Go to your Robinhood, your Stash, your E-Trade, wherever, Wells Fargo, wherever you get, JB Morgan, no Chase, Merrill Lynch. No matter where you get it, Goldman Sachs, no matter where you go there and you buy shares in your company. It could be fractional shares. You can't afford the whole shares. Buy fractional shares, more and more, $10, $10, $10, $10, $10. That's all I've been doing all my life. I'm 50. I've been doing this ever since I hit 28 years old. I got married, and I said to myself, I want to get into something that I know is going to continue to make me revenue. And that's what I did. I went into the stock market, and that's how I'm getting what I'm getting today. Now you know my secret. I share with you the same secrets that someone shared with me. Now, I look on Facebook, there are certain groups. There's groups right now that you can join for the guys. There's a group called MVP Moneymakers. Yeah, you can join that group. The guys are there all the time telling you great stocks, great places to invest, all the information about fractional share, new companies coming out, IPOs. Oh my God, I get so many great information. Now, for the women, there's a group that's on Facebook called Stocks and Stilettos. Stocks and Stilettos. All these groups have one owner. Her name have one owner, and the last name is Commons, Cassandra Commons. This is a great group. These are great groups to join. I joined these groups, and also I have other groups that I join. I just want to give you the one that I love the most, and the one that Cassandra Commons have. I mean, she kind of hosts up there. Sometimes she have people that you can actually join classes, learn about getting in the stock market, fast trading, ninja trading. I mean, dude, I didn't know jack about trading in the stock market until I joined these groups, and now I'm making so many great investments. I won't tell you what I'm making, but I'm telling you the investment and the knowledge and the information that I've gathered from this group have made me very successful at what I do. Become an expert at day trading. I get up here an hour a day, looking at the stock market, looking at what I want to look at. I'm just looking at my stocks, the ones I'm investing in. So that's the key to it all. So I want you guys to get out today, start your new year off great. Get out there. And Happy New Year. I want you to go get into Robinhood. Like I said, look up my link tree on my profile. Look up on Staying Beautiful Always, my Instagram, because I want people to always stay beautiful always. And find my link tree, and you see everything that I do to invest in. There's ways to make money. You got to be willing. I don't invest thousands of dollars. I invest $10, $5, $15, $20. That's all I invest in the stock market. My portfolio built up so great from the revenue that's coming back from the stock market. You can lose some and you can win some, but don't be afraid to invest. Don't be afraid to go the long-term investment. That's the key to it all. And keep up on the news on Bloomberg, on stock market change, on the NYSE. You got so many ways to keep your mind set on it. And remember, guys, don't never give up on your success no matter what you do. You don't have to be a big star that everybody knows, but you can be known. You can be the person you want to be without having to have the whole world know who you are. Because out of the darkness, out of the fear, out of everything that goes on, the one thing you have that no one can take away from you is your knowledge and your mental state of mind and your strength. Keep cool, keep focused, and be the person you want for your family and your future self. Go out and invest today. God bless you all. And thank you for joining, Preacher. Thank you for joining, Ricardo, and everybody else who joined me on my live today, my podcast. You can actually hear this podcast on Spotify, Google Podcasts, and everywhere. This is a channel this is a podcast that's out there around the nation. The Fitness Trucker Show. And let's go make some money. Remember to ask me questions if you like. Message to me. Text message me if you see my phone number. Doesn't matter. I'm here to help. God bless you all and Happy New Year. And I'm glad to see you here. And God bless you. We see each other the next year. Until next week, another special guest talking about life, talking about great ambitions, talking about the small guy who made some great success in his life and a working hard man. So I'm going to look forward to talking to you next week, and I'll see you then. Always, as I always say, love, peace, and God to everyone. Peace out. And talk to you later.